All right, I'm apparently supposed to tell y'all a story or something. My grandchildren done got me out of my room before I was ready this morning because I'm supposed to read you this here story called Where the Wild Things Are. You know, I can tell you where the wild things are. They're behind the pine curtain in East Texas because that's where we are right now. Anyway, let's get on with the story. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind, sounds like my grandkids, and another, there he is just making mischief and scaring the dog. Lord of mercy. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That'll teach him. That's what happens when you're a little stinker. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew. Now, it's not a pine forest like we got around here, but that, you know, the trees got leaves on them instead of pine needles. And grew. Look at that. He's getting bigger. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. I don't know, that's looking kind of pretty if you ask me. Pretty little trees, pretty little moon in there. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. Got his own boat. Suppose he's one of them spoiled little rich kids. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. Ooh, look at that wild thing. Kind of makes my heart sing. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Ooh, look at that. I'm getting all a shiver just to looking at it. That's pretty scary. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with a magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. And made him king of all wild things. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. Boy, that's just what we need. Somebody coming in here, having a rumpus after I just got everything cleaned and put away. See, there you go. They're doing it. That's what a wild rumpus looked like, apparently. Oh, my Lord. Land's sake, now they hanging from the trees. Gracious almighty. And they just keep a going. Look at that. Are you having a wild rumpus like that? You better behave yourself. Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat, so he gave up being king of where the wild things are. I bet you what he smelled was my cornbread. It's in there. It's my special cornbread. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. And sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. Sounds like a pretty long trip if you ask me. And into the night of his very own room where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. How about that? All right, now, y'all done heard your story. Where the wild things are. Okay, so y'all get on out of here. I got to go get ready for the day. Bye. Go on. Get